Oh, hello. This is a small update video because one, I've upgraded my CD player, which is sweet. This thing now connects to my Bluetooth speakers for the record player that I got. So I'm really so excited about this. And then the other thing that I did that's really, really cool is I updated some of my music stuff that I have as well. Or at least it's cool for me. Maybe it's not cool for you. But in terms of like new stuff that I got, let's go through some of that, and then we can get into the stuff that I already owned, but had decided to pull it. So, firstly, I guess before we get into that, I also got these really cool shelving units, and so all of those things I got off of Amazon, which was like the first time in like a year or more that I've ordered anything off Amazon. And it was pretty great. The other thing that I picked up with it was a copy of Leonard Cohen's "I'm Your Man" on CD. Because that's one of my like favorite albums of all time. I just think it's really like the humor that he has on that album is fantastic. So like I love it. Anyways, let's get into stuff that I got or picked up that is like new, I guess, to my library here. So to start off with, I bought a vinyl. I got Sabrina Carpenter's "Man's Best Friend" because I really enjoy Sabrina Carpenter, and this is obviously her newest release. I have Emails I Can't Send and Short and Sweet already. I think I have the deluxe version of Short and Sweet, but I got this guy. This was apparently the Amazon exclusive edition. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I did really enjoy sort of the inserts and stuff like that. It was pretty great. So I don't know if these were like standard or not with it, but yeah, that's the version that I got, and I was very happy with this. So that's exciting, exciting news. So that's number one. That was with the vinyl stuff that I have, and then into CDs. So I got this Skip James Today album at one point in time. This is a really cool album. This was recorded in the 60s, the 1960s, sometime, I want to say maybe 1966, it says so right inside. And so this is Skip James and I want to say Son House are two of the sort of like the big names of like Delta Blues who originally recorded some stuff like in like the 30s or 40s and then just kind of like disappeared for a while from like the recording scene until they were rediscovered in the 1960s as part of the sort of folk and like blues revival movement that was going on in the United States. And so Skip James and Son House sat down and they recorded new versions of their old music, but also new music as well. And so this is a really cool little collection here because it's Skip James mostly just by himself, but I think a couple of the songs have like somebody else playing piano with him, though he does also play piano on this. But it's really cool because it has like different versions of stuff he recorded in the 1930s. So yeah, "Hard Time Killing Floor Blues," amazing song. I was gonna say "I'm So Glad" was made famous by Cream, which would have been around the time that this came out, because Cream were sort of like the original power trio, I guess, and then they inspired like the Jimi Hendrix Experience and all the rest of that. Or Jimi Hendrix was like inspired by them to make the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So, anyways, that was a really cool album that I got. I like it. I also picked up Rush's Icon because I found if I want to learn how to play stuff, one, it's really easy to do from CD, or it's easier for me to do that from CD, and two, it's easier to find like the greatest hits collection on CD to learn stuff from, whereas like on vinyl I prefer to have stuff more that like you're gonna sit down and you're just gonna like vibe to for a bit, versus stuff that you're actually going to want to sit down and sort of like study in a way, if that makes sense, like play along with or whatever else. And so I got Rush's Icon. I was really happy with this. My one my one complaint about this album is that Tom Sawyer is not on it, and that really bugged me. That irked me. But I mean, it's got a bunch of the other hits that I love already. So like Working Man, Fly By Night, Closer to the Heart are on here. All fantastic songs in their own light. So yeah, totally worth checking out. I have been reading Geddy Lee's My Effin' Life recently as well, so that also helped lead me into picking up some Rush. As I said, I think I've mentioned this in a couple of videos that you guys have not seen because they were videos mostly just for me to learn stuff, but I got a new copy of The White Stripes' Elephant. I bought this when it first came out in 2003, and I've repurchased it. It was $10 cheaper this time, but it was at the same store. It was at the same record store. It was at the same record man. And so I thought it was really funny that I got this originally for like 20 bucks when it first came out, and now I got it for $10 like 23 years later. So yeah, that's pretty great. But no, I was really happy to get this because I have a play along book chord book for it. So that'll come in really handy. And then we have, these ones are really fun. So I got two versions. I got two Hank Williams CDs. And so what happened was I went into the Sam's and they had this one, which was it's like 40 greatest hits, just all-time greats series. And what was really great about it is that I picked it up and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get like whatever greatest hits is available. So I got this. And what was really funny was I then went over to Sunrise just quickly to check in because they tend to stock more of these essential recordings, these 60 essential recordings albums. And I really just like these as like a resource for getting a lot of music by either a single artist or by a bunch of artists to learn from. And so I got Hank Williams. I got some Bo Diddley as well. I got Bo Diddley, 60 essential songs. And then I also got the Sun Records Story, a whole lot of shaken Sun Records. And this one was really great because this actually has Flying Saucer Rock and Roll on it by Billy Riley and his Little Green Men, and I thought that was really great. And what was really cool about it was that I used to have a 4 CD box set of Sun Records stuff, and so now I have a 3 CD set, which also goes with the vinyl sort of collections that I've been buying as well, which has been nice. And so that's really great. But yeah, I got this Hank Williams 60 CD collection as well, or 60 song collection as well. And you would think that between the two of these, there would be complete and utter, like just a complete overlap of the thing. So like this would be unnecessary, but you were wrong. There's actually like 13 songs on here that aren't on here. And I thought that was really, really cool. I also have a vinyl Hank Williams, I'm Gonna Sing is the name of the collection, and it's also like, I don't think it's 60 songs, but it's probably around like, it's definitely three vinyls worth of just him singing gospel songs, which is really cool. So this does have some overlap with that, but it's also not perfect. But I just thought that was really great that between the 40 and the 60 set that there was at least 13 that were different on here. The 13 that are different are I'm a Long Gone Daddy, I've Been Down That Road Before, Rudy Tooty, On the Banks of the Old Pontchartrain, A House of Gold, You Better Keep It on Your Mind, There's a Tear in My Beer, Please Make Up Your Mind, Alone and Forsaken, and Let's Turn Back the Years. Too Many Parties and Too Many Pals. I'm sorry, I also forgot that one was on there. But anyways, those are what are unique about that CD set. And then I also picked up Lainey Wilson's Whirlwind. I got the deluxe version of Whirlwind. And I had been thinking about getting this on vinyl for a while, but I ended up waiting to see how like the sort of the deluxe version came out, because I remember in the summer driving around and listening to Somewhere Over Laredo and thought that was really fantastic. And so yeah, they had this on CD. I picked it up, being happy with it. Can't complain. And then in terms of stuff that I picked up that just wasn't currently in my like collection with everything else that I had, were one, I borrowed my dad's The Best of the Band CD because while this covers a lot of the stuff that's on the first 3 albums of theirs that I own, I have them on vinyl. And so I was thinking if I wanted to spend more time sort of learning those songs or how to play them properly, that I might want to do it with something like a CD version. I have been thinking though, because this is limited to only 11 songs, that I might look for, there's like I want to say it's like a 20 song greatest hits collection that's come out since this one has arrived in stores. It came out maybe in like the 2000s or something, that I might end up getting, and then, you know, absolutely putting this back home where it can live in the giant CD library that is my dad's. So that's that. I also took back my copy of Robert Plant's Mighty Rearranger. This is a fantastic album. I really enjoy it. I got this randomly went on vacation one time to Cape Cod. I've talked about this, I think, before in something else. But yeah, we randomly went to Cape Cod and we stopped at do they have Indigo in the States? Or is it Barnes & Noble? Whatever. It was a bookstore in the States, and they had this, and I picked it up and we listened to it in the truck the entire trip. It was great. And then the last thing that I got was Neil Young's Greatest Hits, simply because one, I know how to play some of Neil Young's music, but I figured if I wanted to get deeper into it, it would be easier to pick up a CD and do it from that. And this had just been living in the CD library that was my dad's, and so I have now brought that into my library. I don't think there's anything else that's like anything else that's like super new over here that I haven't already talked about. But the next thing that I've got on my sort of study or listening list is Eric Clapton's Crossroads here. And so what I'm really excited about with this set is that it covers the expanse of his career up until, I want to say, like sometime in the 1980s. 1988, yeah. So covers stuff from his work from the Yardbirds, John Mayall, Cream, Blind Faith, Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, Derek and the Dominoes, and then obviously his solo work as well. So this is also on my list of things to listen to next. But yeah, now that I've got a CD player that actually connects into my Bluetooth speakers, I'm very excited about that, because the old CD player that I was using was my dad's, that he had used in his truck driving days, and the speakers on it just weren't that good for like they do the job if you just want to listen to stuff, but like they're kind of tinny and they don't have maybe the full depth of sound that you would want a speaker to have, especially if you're trying to like learn stuff by ear. And so I gave that back and I got my own CD player, which now I can connect to really good speakers. So I'm really happy about that, very excited with it. Yeah, I keep just taking a look over here just to make sure that there isn't anything else. But no, that's it. That covers all of it. All the at least new stuff to my collection here. There is a Joni Mitchell hits collection that I've rotated in and out of it. And I think that's it. I don't think I got any more vinyl. I do have a couple CDs that I've ordered that are on the way. I got a Sister Rosetta Tharpe Gospel Train CD, so I'm excited to see that when that comes in. And then I also ordered Oncle Jazz by Men I Trust, and so that's on its way as well. Just waiting for it to actually show up in the store, and that'll be really cool. And I've got a little list of like other stuff that I think I would add into my CD collection, since I have at least like 19 or 20 spaces that I could still add stuff into my rack over here with. So oh, and yeah, I'm Your Man by Leonard Cohen is also on its way. So there's 3, so I guess I really only have 16 slots left to put into here, but I can also have space for one more of these 3 disc essential collections as well. So I've got some ideas of what I might get for that, but I guess it also depends on what's available in store and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my CD collection update for now. Anyways, take care.